Yo, what's happening, people? It's your boy Griggs. Welcome back to Griggs Talks, where we talk all things sports. Welcome back to another video. Obviously, did the match reaction earlier, all that kind of stuff, but that was a quick, 10-minute video. We just gave our live reaction, all that kind of stuff right after the game. I figured, let me do a video later tonight. Obviously, just came from Saudi TV. Make sure, I hope you guys watch that video and you smash the like. And I figured, let me go a little bit deeper into my analysis. Let's talk more about the game, the positives and the negatives. That outlooks, what should we look forward to, obviously, because we have a couple of tough games coming up and that aspect. So I figured let's go live about it. Obviously, I haven't been here in a week. Obviously, I've been busy with work and stuff like that. So I figured let me take the time today to obviously do a video as United played. Big up my boy JJ, Greasy. Big up YMY as well. Big up Denishan. So yeah, let's talk about it. Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 0, obviously. A game of two halves, I would say. I thought United were very dominant in the first half, and then the second half happened, and Erik ten Hag happened. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the first half first. We're gonna get the positives out the way, and then we'll go a little bit more into the negatives. I have a couple of charts I saw on Twitter as well that I want to show that kind of highlighted Erik ten Hag's weaknesses in this game in terms of in-game adjustments. And also, I know Sai just redirected, so make sure y'all smash the like and subscribe as you walk in. I think we're obviously around like 1.1K, somewhere around there. So no, why? Nah, Safi probably won't join. If you guys really do want Safi though, he has the link. Because he obviously owns the StreamYard account, so he could pop in whenever he wants. So yeah, let's get into it. First, but let's start with the positives. That first half was the best first half United have played under Erik ten Hag in what feels like a very long time. I would honestly probably say since the Wolves game that we had last season, the one that Manu scored the winner in at Molineux, I would probably say that's the last time we had a dominant as a first half as we had today. The only difference was in that game we scored 2 early goals. Today, the ball was not going in the back of the net. It just wasn't. It wasn't our day in terms of that. We had all the opportunities in the world. A lot of people had the shots. The ball just wouldn't go into the net. And Dean Henderson, you know what? Yo, revenge game narrative is a real thing, people. It really was. It's really a thing. Revenge game narrative is a thing. And Dean Henderson today had his revenge game. He had like about 8 saves. Ridiculous, bro. You got to tip your cap to him. But United still should have put a goal in. And that's where I'm going to absolve Erik ten Hag of the blame. That first half, you cannot put on the coach. That is your players. I think Nerida mentioned as we were ending the stream, at least one of the 4 big chances you have to score. As a player, as a squad, as a collective team, you have to score at least one of the 4 big chances. You're not going to score all of them. It's not like you're Erling Haaland souped up. You're going to miss chances. It's life. It's football. But you at least got to score one of the clear-cut ones. And United didn't do that. And they left their food on the table. And that second half, it allowed them to then play into ten Hag's weaknesses, and the game went awry from there. But we should have scored in the first half. But yeah, I saw some good stuff. First of all, the lineup. Let's talk about that. A little bit unexpected. I didn't expect Eriksen to start today. I'm going to be real. I really thought Selhurst Park away after the beating that we got there last year, I thought Ten Hag would play a lot more safer and go with maybe a Ugarte or bring Casemiro back into the mix. He didn't do that. He went with the same midfield he played against Southampton at St. Mary's Park. Manu, Eriksen, Bruno. I thought that would go overrun. Because people were talking about Rashford, the decision to bench Rashford. I was more focused on the midfield because I thought Palace would put us under pressure with that kind of midfield. Instead, honestly, that's probably our best midfield performance of the season. We kept that ball ticking. Eriksen was absolutely amazing. Manu got better and better as the game progressed. Bruno's going to have his own segment because of how bad he was, but it was absolutely amazing, that first half midfield performance. The ball kept ticking. Zirkzee obviously dropping into the midfield areas as well, kept it ticking. Fullbacks inverting. So obviously, this week happened last week against Southampton. When we were getting peppered, Ten Hag started inverting his fullbacks a lot. You saw Dalot get into more positions. It was more Dalot inverting because he's obviously the right foot left back right now, so he doesn't really need to hold the width. You can use him in the midfield areas. And in my opinion, I think he's better than Mazraoui in the midfield areas. I think Mazraoui is a better fullback at keeping the width, which is why I think Mazraoui is playing at right back. But even Mazraoui was tucking in a couple times. We dominated that midfield because, like Zane mentioned here, Adam Morton. Y'all know how much I love Adam Morton. I didn't hear his name once today. Not once. He got shut down. He got stinker and hooked at halftime. It was absolutely diabolical. You didn't hear his name once. That's how dominant the midfield from United was today. We didn't let them breathe. We kept them pinned back. By the time Palace had their first shot in the game, United had already created 5 big chances. That is complete domination. It was complete domination from minute 1 to minute 45. We did not let them sniff our goal other than that one shot. Yet, we left the food on the table. But I thought our fullbacks were really excellent. And in my opinion, I'm not going to lie, all fullbacks right now feel like the best fullback pairing in the league. They are so solid at every single asset phase of play that they are in. Dalot, like DJ mentioned, feel like Dalot was an 8 or 6 at times. He's so good. And I think I said this as well. You can make the case that Dalot is our best performing player, right? He's the best performing player at United right now. He's consistent. Obviously, I know he got cooked at Southampton by that Tyler Dibbling kid, right? Who, by the way, we're actually linked to because Jason Wilcox wants to bring him at United. But Dalot is so solid, bro. The performance levels are just consistently high. He had a bad half against Southampton, but even then, he even still managed to get an assist, and he got better as the game progressed. He's that good. He's just a top footballer at United. And I know a lot of people say that United are this talent ruiner and stuff like that. I've always said this. Talent will always shine through. And Dalot's talent shined through at United. Even after that first 3 years that he had at United, he eventually went on loan to Milan. He learned a lot more about football. He got the playing time, and he came back to United. He got the first chance when Ole got sacked, and he took the chance, and he ran with it. And even then, when he got the injury and Aaron Wan-Bissaka kind of seemed like he was taking the spot, Dalot fought, and he got his spot back. And now, we're going to see what happens when Luke Shaw comes back, obviously. But in my opinion, I think Dalot is the first fullback whose name is on the team sheet every single important match that needs to be played. So every Premier League match, I would say Dalot is one of the first names on the team sheet. He's a top player. As for Mazraoui, I'm not going to say United signing of the summer because I really think Zirkzee is going to be the signing of the summer, but Mazraoui for me is the bargain signing of the summer because for $12 million, we have an amazing fullback that can play both sides if need be, who's technically gifted. Defensively, he's he's even surprised me defensively because I did say that maybe if we lose Wan-Bissaka, we might lose a little bit of defensive stability at the right back and stuff like that. Mazraoui is an amazing defender. He's aggressive. He knows when to tackle and when to be kind of firm in his just standing up and defending. When to be a little bit more of a jockey kind of player. And he's had some tough tests. But today, he went up against Eze, played him more on his side. And Eze, obviously, had a couple shots. But in terms of dribbling and stuff like that, Eze wasn't getting his game off. And yeah, JJ, I'm going to talk about this because I do think that this did impact. And I think this is where I'm going to criticize Ten Hag a little bit about the inverting. I think we inverted a little bit too much. And this is where maybe we would then need the third midfielder to be a little bit more off the ball kind of prototype more than a Bruno prototype. So I'm going to kind of tie that all in together. I'm going to start anyway. So from that perspective, yeah, I think Mazraoui is an amazing signing, and I really like it. As for the center backs, I thought Licha, obviously, that tackle was absolutely horrendous that he tried to do, but he's pretty comfortable for the whole game. Didn't really do anything bad. But for me, the standout defender was De Ligt because he had a lot more defensive actions to do. And any single time that he had the defensive action to do, he did it perfectly. And in the air on set pieces, De Ligt is a monster amongst men. He's a monster amongst men, Matthijs De Ligt. Absolutely amazing. And I was a little bit negative about the signing. He really wasn't my first choice. Obviously, I was pro Branthwaite and stuff like that, but Branthwaite will still be available because everything are going to get relegated anyway. So we're not going to have we have a chance to even have our center backs in the season might be Yoro, De Ligt, Branthwaite, Licha. That is really, really solid center back room. That is a solid ass center back room. So De Ligt's a monster. And obviously, I'm not saying he's the level of this player because this player is an all-timer and possibly my favorite United captain ever. But he reminds me of Vidic. He feels like a center back from those kind of eras. Just the no-nonsense defender, going to put his body on the line. Amazing in the boxes, both boxes, not just the defensive actions, but even in the offensive when, like you mentioned, monster in the air, bro. The lead that he had for that chance, bro, amazing. And that's the difference between him and Maguire, right? I've always criticized Maguire for this in terms of set pieces. Maguire, for a player his size, is very, very poor at attacking set pieces. He doesn't know how to attack the ball and header correctly. De Ligt, he shows that he can do it. Whether it's the lead that he had today, whether it's the header that he directed against Southampton last week, he knows how to be dominant in both boxes, and that's amazing. And when Lenny Yoro comes back in a couple months' time, we will have a real discussion about who is the center back that comes off of Lenny Yoro. Because Lenny Yoro is going to be a starter. Because I think for me, and United wants to take that next step, Lenny Yoro needs to be the number one center back. Because he is the prototypical modern-day center back. I said Yoro's kind of your old-school center back. Leach is kind of your woke football center back, the guy that's amazing on the ball, but don't really have the defensive attributes. But Yoro is the modern-day high-line center back, quick on the ball, good in duels, in the air, all that kind of stuff. I don't know about that. Not a bit about it. No, I think Brock Loren is one of the best box defenders I've ever seen in my life. But I'm really happy with the league. So the defense I'm really happy with right now. And the numbers are showing it, by the way. United, I think, are in the bottom 3 or top 3, if you want to say it's a positive stat, in terms of least shots conceded. We do not concede that many shots anymore. We were number 1 in the stat last year in terms of most shots conceded, and we're now in the bottom 3 in that, if you want to sort it that way. We do not concede a lot of shots. So we are limiting the dangers of the opposition a lot. Even the Liverpool game, I think we conceded about 5 shots on target. We conceded 3 of them. So we are limiting the opposition. That is good. That's progress. It's baby steps. I know it's not the progress that people want to see, and it is year 3, and it sounds like we're kind of babying the manager. But after the season that we had last year, we can't expect everything to go like from the bottom to the top, right? So it's a nice little step in progress. So I'm happy about that. We are being a lot more conservative, and we're not conceding as like it's not the football is not as much as gung ho as it used to be, which is good. And parts of that is the defense and how much better they are. And then we also have the midfield, and for me today, like I mentioned, the midfield for me was amazing today. At least 2/3 of the midfield was amazing today. I thought Eriksen and Mainu had their best game together in the Manchester United jersey. It's not my ideal midfield pairing, maybe off the ball, and this is where I kind of talk about you have a Euro that comes in. If you have a Lenny Euro in the like center back partnership, you would then allow yourself to be a little bit more risky in the midfield and play maybe not your physical midfielders, right? You don't need your Ugarte and your Casemiro because you have those demons in the back. You can get away with it. You see with Liverpool now, right? Because Liverpool have Van Dijk and Konate in the midfield, they're playing without a recognized 6 and Ryan Gravenberch. You have your McAllisters, and I think then you have your Zoboslai. United can do that now. If you add a Lenny Euro and you have a De Ligt, you have that kind of prototype at center back. You can get an Eriksen. You can get maybe obviously Mainu, and the guy that I want to see get into that Eriksen role once he heals up from his injuries that he's had over the past year is the academy kid, Dan Gore. I think for me, the idea with Eriksen is there from United. The idea is there. I understand why Ten Hag wants to play Eriksen. The thing is, you're not going to get consistent performances from Eriksen because at the end of the day, he's up there in age, right? And the football, the legs might get to him a little bit. But Dan Gore is a more dynamic Eriksen. Obviously, I'm not going to say he has the passing game at Eriksen, but he's still really tidy. He's a better ball carrier. And that's my one concern I have with Eriksen is, as good as he's a passer, progressing the ball carrying-wise is not there. Obviously, you still have a Code Main or stuff like that. But when you also have a Bruno, you kind of want at least 2/3 of your midfielders to be able to carry the ball because Bruno is a liability in that. So I think for me, Dan Gore brings that. So, yeah, Alan will also be a shout, obviously. We should be in the market for that next summer regardless. But I'm talking about right now in-house, right? Because we can't go into the market right now. In-house, who can play that Christian Eriksen role when Eriksen can't play it. And for me, I think it's Dan Gore, personally, until at least that Kone kid is ready. And I don't think he'll be ready till at least March. So, in my opinion, I think Dan Gore is the answer to that. There's a guy that I want to sign next summer I want to bring back home, Angel Gomez. I think for me, he also fits that profile. Maybe you want to go maybe a little bit taller than Angel Gomez, like an Alan Barella and stuff like that. But United, the solutions are in-house right now, and Ten Hag needs to address them. Because I've always said this, and I have been proven right over this past at least 3 games with Ugarte. I said Ten Hag did not want Ugarte, and Ugarte does not change anything from Manchester United. And people kept talking to me that Ugarte can change something at United. I've told you, bro. Ten Hag doesn't want him. Ten Hag doesn't even rate Casemiro. What makes you think he's going to rate someone that doesn't have the pedigree of a Casemiro? That doesn't even have the attacking threat of a Casemiro. What does Ugarte bring? Yes, he's a pit bull off the ball and stuff like that. That's calm. Yeah, whatever. But the passing is not there. And as much as I love Kobe Mainu is not an expensive passer yet. He's a much better passer in terms of tight passes, tight area, link play kind of passes. That's what his game is right now. So what do you gain by playing Ugarte next to Mainu? Because at least Casemiro, love him or hate him, Casemiro has an expensive passing range. He can progress the ball with longer passes. Ugarte does not do that. He doesn't know how to do that. He doesn't have that in his bag. That's why I said, what does Ugarte bring? And that's why I want to play the more aggressive center back and the more defensive center backs, the more physical ones, because then you can go more ballers in midfield and just go get. My ideal midfield will always be get the 3 technical midfielders. I just want 3 midfielders that can be involved in every single facet of play, whether it's the first phase, you need someone to go pick up the ball, they can go do it. You need someone to be the connector in the second phase, they can do that. You need someone to be in the third phase to be a little bit, to be like the locksmith and unlock the final pass. They have that in their locker. Go do that. Because Mainu can do all that. He can go pick up the ball. He can connect the play in the second phase. And in the final third, he can create the moments of magic. I want 3 guys that can do that. I don't want a destroyer. And second of all, I don't want a 10. I kept saying this. I don't want a number 10 on Manchester United. Manchester United do not need to play with a number 10. Especially when you have a striker who's a number 10 in himself and Joshua Zirkzee who's a 9.5. You need guys that are either great in tight spaces and can release the ball to the wingers and let the wingers do their magic. And we do need to improve on the wing as well. But we're right there with Ahmad. Marcus Rashford before today obviously was showing that kind of level as well. I don't understand some signings. Because even Mason Mount could now make more sense as a signing with Zirkzee, because you can now have a Mount who for me is a more intelligent runner off the ball than a Bruno and can get into the right areas because he can offer the underlap. Because I know JJ mentioned the underlap from Mazraoui and stuff like that. You can then afford to play maybe Mazraoui a little bit more inverted if you have a Mason Mount next to Ahmad, because Mason Mount will offer the underlap for Ahmad to use and occupy the space. Intelligent footballers. I just want 3 intelligent midfielders that can do everything. And when you have Ugarte, you do not have that. When you have an Eriksen, you sometimes might not have that. When you have Bruno, you don't have that either. It's right now just Manu. And I want to see Dan Gore play. I want to see sign another player. I want to see what that Sekou Kone kid looks like as well. Toby Collier is not really the best on the ball, but off the ball, I know he's a machine. And that's what I said, bro. We literally just spent 60 million on Uruguayan Collier. It's literally it. Money is important. And for United team, that the finances are a little bit tricky right now, United could have spent the finances better. That's what I'm saying, bro. Love him, Mason Mount, or you hate him. On the ball, you can have all the criticisms that you could want of him. But off the ball, Mason Mount is very intelligent. He's had a good footballing education from Cobham, in my opinion. I think Mason Mount is an intelligent footballer. Off the ball and following instructions wise, he knows what to do. He knows where to be at any single point. We'll be fine. At what point do we stop having the same convo? Ten Hag needs to go. The team are a reflection of him and his choices. I agree with that. But at the end of the day, it is getting a little bit better. And I'm not saying the answer is that I'm Ten Hag and I'm still Ten Hag at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, I do think his model is as good as it could be if it all works. I think it's too risky at the end of the day, and I think it's suboptimal. I don't think it'll realistically work. And second of all, his in-game tactics is just his in-game adjustments are absolutely horrible. And that's half of being a coach, bro. You can set up the perfect starting 11, but at the end of the day, the game is not always going to go your way, and you will have to make a decision to change it. And it's that little decision that can change the whole outcome of the game. And today, he's lucky we didn't lose in terms of that, but we could have lost that game. We could have lost at the end. So, yeah. No, I'm not trying to be negative. United were the better team today, and it was a good performance to build off of. That I hope I see a performance like today. Constantly, I want to see it against Spurs, especially. But we'll see. I'm sure. Well, Ugarte is not a center mid, first of all. I mean, I guess he is, but he's ass, bro. Ugarte played like 3 games, and bro, I don't see the point of Ugarte at this club. United need dynamism in the midfield. United need players that are geniuses in the midfield. You saw what Eriksen did today. You see the way Eriksen can ping the pass around the pitch. Ugarte wishes he could do that in his wildest dreams. And if you're trying to build a midfield around Kobe Manu, at least you're trying to play to his strengths, you need to put next to him a midfielder that can be the tempo setter, while Manu can be the magic maker. Whether it's with the dribbling, whether it's the tight little intricate passes, all that kind of stuff, whether it's carrying the ball. You need that. And I don't think for me, Ugarte offers that. Another Tay were 2-0 up at halftime where everyone calls ETH a genius. I'm not. Yeah, I don't know, man. What Villa are going to do to us is scary. I can't lie with this midfield. Obviously, you can't play this midfield against Villa because you're going to get overrun because Villa have too many athletes in midfield. With Morgan Rogers, with Amadou Onana, Yuri Tielemans, who for me has actually been absolutely fantastic. And I think Eriksen is kind of giving United right now that Yuri Tielemans role. Obviously, I think Yuri Tielemans, since he's a little bit younger, he's a little bit more dynamic, and the passing is a little bit better from Tielemans. I'm not going to lie, he's a little bit better of a dribbler. But Eriksen's kind of producing that little bit, right? And I just want someone else to kind of produce that next to Eriksen because Eriksen can't play every game. He literally can't. And there's going to be games that he can't play because of the off the ball issues. And we're not going to have much of the ball. So I want to be able to have a midfielder that's a little bit that's good off the ball. I'm not gonna say great off the ball. That's good off the ball, but can also give the moments of magic that Eriksen can do. So we'll see. But Villa's 2 weeks away, man. It's still a long time away. Let's focus on Spurs first, but let's focus on today's game specifically. The attack. I'm gonna start with Zirkzee first because I think for me today he was a standout. And what I learned, because the title of the video is on what we learned. What's called Joshua Zirkzee is the glue of Manchester United, in my opinion. I generally think he is the glue. I think he is the focal point. He's the creative hub. Everything needs to circle around him. He is that good. His ability to his link play is absolutely spectacular. His passing is not even just a short link, but the ability to pass the ball into the space perfectly for the player to take the ball in their stride is absolutely phenomenal. He's a transformational player, and United fans that are already kind of scapegoating him. I haven't really seen that side of Twitter. Hopefully, my mutuals are not that deluded. The guy's a genius of a footballer, and yes, the goal scoring will eventually have to come and stuff like that. But I have faith it will come. I really do. And I think he's a special player, man. I think Joshua Zirkzee is going to be one of the best signings United have made. And my lie, I'm happy he's Ineos' first signing, because if Ineos are going to be successful, it's players like that are going to be looking at like, yeah, he's part of the reason why the culture changed. And I know a lot of people bring up the Masia. I don't really think he's similar to Masia. I think Masia is a lot more dynamic, and Martial's a better dribbler and stuff like that, and a better goal scorer, obviously. I like stuff. He's like Berbatov shot, the nonchalant, the technical, the first touch, maybe a little bit of the creative finishes that Zirkzee can have in his locker. I really think he's a great player, man, and I'm excited to see more of him. And today he should have left with like 2 assists. There's a couple of times that players like Eriksen and Bruno miscontrolled the ball in the box when they should have been able to score and stuff like that. He's a genius, man. And the best is yet to come for Joshua Zirkzee, because the team's only going to get better in attack, in my opinion. It can't get worse, unless somehow messes that up too. But absolutely amazing player. Ahmad didn't have his best game today. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say he was amazing. For the first time, you kind of tell that a team was focusing on him a lot more than they were. And I think part of the reason why is because Rashford wasn't on the other side. So teams focus on Ahmad as maybe the creative hub. And he struggled a little bit getting double teamed. I think JJ mentioned Mazraoui really wasn't helping him in midfield, in the front three as much. He wasn't really overlapping or underlapping because he's a lot more inverted. I think Ten Hag will need to figure that out, because you're gonna need you want to get Ahmad into 1v1 situations. You need to get him in 1v1 situations, and he did that against Southampton. And he was dynamic. He did that against Brighton. He was dynamic. We need to do more of that. And against Spurs, I think he's going to be in more 1v1 situations, because Spurs are a lot more open than Crystal Palace, and I think he'll cook. So I'm excited for Ahmad. I think Ahmad had a decent game. And like JJ mentioned, when he got subbed off, we got worse. We subbed off our 2 creative hubs, but I'll get to that later as well. Yeah, I agree with this. I do. I think Ten Hag needs to figure out, like, when there's games like this, right, against a low block, teams are going to try to force Ahmad out to the wing and double team him, and so kind of negate his threat. Ten Hag needs to figure out how to maybe keep Mazraoui out wide and put Ahmad a little bit more tucked in centrally, so he can kind of get his game off a little bit more. You can't double him as much. And that's where coaching comes in. This is where good coaches need to rise and be able to create those little tweaks and get their best players in their best positions to be successful and to change the game. That's what good coaches done. That's what good coaches do. And today, Ten Hag didn't do that, in my opinion. But yeah, I do. My favorite moment from Ahmad this game was when he cleared and shoot the ball. It took a deflection and went over the crossbar, but I need to see more of that aggressiveness. I said this about Ahmad. I'm also going to say it about Zirkzee. These guys can be as good as they want to be. The sky is the ceiling for them. They are great players. They're technically gifted. They have decent. Well, I mean, at least Ahmad's case, really good ball striking. It really, really all depends on Ahmad and their aggressiveness, and not to be afraid of the moment. Because there's moments where I'm like, Zirkzee, he gets the ball with his back to goal, and instead of turning and running with it, he'll sometimes pass it back and just keep it simple, recycle. It's a little bit more aggression to the game, man. There's nothing wrong with more aggression to your game. Because if you're technically gifted, the aggression, only good things will come from the aggression. Because you're so good on the ball anyway that you're not going to lose it, and the aggression will create a positive outcome from it. So it's that simple. AWB at least can dribble to beat a man. Mazraoui, give it up, man. Garnacho can't strike a ball, sort his feet out. can't dribble in tight spaces, can't pass, can just about cross. 19 or not, the fundamentals aren't there. Yeah, Grenache is a very raw player, and I always say that's why he's sitting at United is probably as an impact player, because the impact player just there to score a goal, man. You just need to get in the right positions. Rashford, Hoyland, Nacho might be bottom 5 attacking the league. It doesn't work. Yeah, it does. It really doesn't work. It only works in a really open game. They tried 2v2 with Bruno moving out wide, and that doesn't work. You're gonna need a fullback to go out wide, or you're gonna need a Mason Mount to go out wide. In my opinion, big up Hector, by the way. Yo, JJ, let me know how many likes we're at as well. We need Hoyland to play alongside Ahmad, otherwise it's pointless. In terms of Hoyland, yeah, I agree. The thing with Hoyland is Hoyland needs Zirkzee. That's the thing. First of all, Hoyland needs Zirkzee. If Hoyland wants to play good, if Hoyland's going to succeed at United, it's with Zirkzee next to him. It really is. Say swear we're on 32 likes. Yeah, yo, people, please like the video, man. That's terrible, bro. There's 196 of you here, man. Please. Big up Sam as well, by the way. Shout out the boy. And yeah, man, I just think United. If Hoyland wants to succeed at United, it's with Zirkzee next to him, and I want to see them play together. I've always been a fan of two striker partnerships, especially when it works well. And I want to see if we can make it work with those two, because there's ways to make it work. Whether it's as them as a 2 up front, or whether it's maybe Zirkzee as a 10 behind them, how Ten Hag kind of utilized Rashford and Whitehorse maybe. I want to see it. I really do. I think it could be really successful with United. And we'll see if it works or not, but it's something that we have to try. You have the weapons at your disposal. You got to utilize them in different ways if it's not working. And when I see Hoyland as a lone striker at United, it's really never worked. It really hasn't. He needs more wide playmakers. But the thing is, United's wingers are at their best when they're closer to their striker. And even an Ahmad, in my opinion, is better when he's closer to their striker, because he could do the 1-2s and run around and stuff like that. He's obviously he can still be a good wide playmaker, but he's still better closer to goal. So, yeah, I want to see with that. And then, obviously, Grenache on the left. Grenache probably had the best chances of the game. He's the one that he found himself in open space a lot. He made some nice, intelligent runs as well. You got to give him credit for that, to keep himself on side. The first shot that he missed was a left foot. Maybe he could have gone near post. I've seen him go near post with his left before. Doesn't always do it. The second shot, the one that hit the crossbar, it's a good shot. It hit the crossbar. It's unlucky. I know Sai was talking about can he go near post, all that kind of stuff. It's a good shot, man. It is what it is. Probably the best I've seen him strike a ball since the bicycle kick, personally. But like Jamerson said here, at the end of the day, Nacho's an impact player, and Rashford is not. Rashford is a starter. And last week, United had their best attacking game until maybe today, but against Southampton, we were creating chances for fun. And for me, that front three that we saw against Southampton was our best front three of the season. It should be our best front three of the season. Rashford, Zirkzee, Ahmad. I think for me, that's United's best front three. I think Rashford benefits obviously with the Zirkzee and stuff like that. And I don't understand why he switched from it, especially when Rashford scored a brace this past week. He's in good form. And as a coach that for the past year when Rashford's been off form and stuff like that, Ten Hag constantly talked about we need to get Rashford back into form. Once he gets back into form, you'll see the best of him. Calm. We've waited a whole year for that. And just when it looks like Rashford's really getting into form, that he's enjoying the football again, what is the first thing you do? The first thing you do is you bench him. The second thing you do is when you bring him on, you don't throw him in his best position and play him next to Zirkzee. Instead, you take off Zirkzee and you throw Rashford into the 10. I mean, you throw Rashford into the 9, a position that he clearly has stated he doesn't like playing. And then the third thing is, we didn't throw him left wing when we don't really have much of the ball and he's just running around for the sake of doing nothing. That's where I have issues with Ten Hag today. That's my first issue with him before I get into the subs. Well, this kind of connects with it. But I don't understand why you did that. You completely ruined the dynamics. You figured out dynamics last week, the attack. The attack was clicking last week. We were getting up and down the pitch attacking-wise so easily. And yes, we did it today as well, but I feel like we were even better doing it against Southampton. We need to do better. And by the way, this is where I criticize United players. United have created 17 big chances this season. Have created 21 big chances this season. We've missed 17 of them. That is a lot. We have only 5 goals scored from 17 big chances. The next team in big chances leaderboard is Liverpool and Villa with 12. they each have 10 goals scored. We have 5. We have half of that. That is an issue with not just the coach. That is a player issue. You need to put the ball in the back of the net. But back to Ten Hag. In my opinion, that's where he messed up. Rashford should have started, and if he was not going to, and he decided not to start him, he should have been brought on for Garnacho, and you stick with that front 3. And so maybe you and then if that front 3 wasn't working, and then you want to bring on a Højlund, that's calm. But I don't like how you took off Zirkzee and Ahmad pretty much within 5 minutes of each other. For me, that was a very wrong decision, and it's what cost us 2 points. Almost cost us 3 points, but it only cost us 2 when we got a point. But I think United are in a position right now where, yes, it's good to have good performances and stuff like that to build off of, but at the end of the day, this league is very competitive right now. And you look at the teams in and around us, they're really good. So you can't really waste opportunities of the 3 points when they're really presented to you. And today, Crystal Palace had the 3 points. They basically gave us 3 points and put it on a silver platter, and held it in front of us, and we didn't snatch it. We just left it there. We played with our food, and we didn't do anything with it. As the result of that, we suffered by only getting 1 point. And next up, we have Spurs. We have to win that match. After that, we have Villa. We cannot lose that match. So it's games like this again today that you just need to grab the 3 points, and we'll see about after that. And we didn't do that today. This Eriksen midfield situation needs to be discussed. Why is she starting 3 games in 8 days when we tried to sell him? Well, as a matter of fact, it seems like Erik ten Hag every summer has one player that he wants to sell, that he somehow just manages to keep, and then builds his team around him. And this year, it's Christian Eriksen, because he's seen Casemiro try to play ball, and Ugarte was his midfield signing, and he realized he don't like him either. So he's like, Christian Eriksen, the guy I signed my first summer, I still need you. So that's an issue. Christian Eriksen should not be playing a crucial role for Man United right now. He should just be a cup player. At best, he should be playing in the games like Barnsley on Wednesday and the games against FC Twente next Wednesday. Instead, he's starting 3 games in a week. That is an issue. But this is where I also blame the club. You know what a guy didn't want, Ugarte. So why didn't you just go get a player of his profile, a player of maybe an Eriksen profile? This is where that's where the club decisions come. You need to question the likes of Ashworth, Wilcox, Rafa, all those kind of guys. We need to get a better player in that area. Absolutely, next week Spurs is a 6-pointer. Absolutely, man. Onana, Mainu, Eriksen would work. Yeah, it would. Obviously, Bruno gets mentioned in that scenario, which I'm not mad at. Ten Hag deserves blame as well. But at the end of the day, like I said, bro, that's why I never wanted Ugarte signing. I don't see the idea of Ugarte. The guy doesn't want him. He's not gonna play him, by the way. I promise you, this guy's stubborn enough. He's not gonna play him unless he gets threatened with over his job, and they tell him that you have to play him. He's not gonna play him. He won't rate him. He didn't rate Casemiro. He don't rate Ugarte. He would rather have an Amrabat because Amrabat has a better passing range. It's as simple as that. I don't think Ten Hag has issues with Rashford. It's more just like he loves Garnacho too. Let's not get it twisted. He loves Garnacho. There's the reason why he started him like 40 games in a row last year. He really loves Garnacho. He loves Garnacho's intensity. He loves his tenacity. He loves the ego. Like he'll always give it his all, and he wants that. And sometimes Rashford doesn't offer that. Maybe he did, man. Obviously, we're not in the back door. We're not in the back. And we're not at Carrington. We don't know everything that happens, but who knows what he asked for? That Onana save was crazy. Honestly, Onana had a good game today from a shot stopping perspective. On the ball, still didn't really do much. But yeah, that was a good double save. But what does that say about Ten Hag? What was his vision for the season when players he wanted rid of becomes key and players who were key in these preseasons get banished? I mean, who was really key in preseason that got banned? Obviously Mason Mount, but that's because your captain comes in and then Bruno Fernandes, right? But yeah, I saw Masia smile. Lindelof back. Lindelof back is bad news. It's not good news, but yeah. Eriksen ain't the problem, but it's a stopgap. We can't build a midfield to compete. Yeah, obviously. So Eriksen's a stopgap, and we need to do better. in my opinion. We need a better. I really want to see Dan Gordon play, man. I really, really do. I feel like I'm watching a different Garnacho because his performance today was worse than whatever Rashford put up this season. Except the Liverpool game. Yeah. Honestly, I thought Garnacho was okay. I mean, he got in really good positions, which is good to see always, right? It's always good to see an attacker in the right positions. It's just the thing with Garnacho is the technical floor is so bad with him. He's not in control. He's not really comfortable receiving the ball. He's really not. And that's an issue. That's why I've always said you're not having a left wing issue. Because at the end of the day, you don't know what Marcus Rashford you're going to get. So, yeah. Greg's looking forward to next summer. What archetypal player do we need to sign to help our attack? Well, like I mentioned, we do need a left winger. United need a left winger, in my opinion. We really do. In terms of what kind of player, well, first of all, he has to be dynamic. That's the first thing. I don't really want one identical to Rashford's profile. I would really love a Vicha, Kvaratskhelia. I really would. I just think the way he carries the ball up and down the pitch is absolutely fantastic. And I know he's not the quickest and stuff like that, but he's so deceptive with his dribbling. His shooting is still really solid. I think he would be a good alternative to maybe pair up with the Rashford on the left. Obviously, you have your Poacher and Hoyland. You have your build-up 9 and Zirkzee. So, yeah, I think a left wing. And I would also like a midfielder that's not a 10, but has some final third magic in him. Yeah. I would say something like that. I do think United need a left winger. United need a midfielder for sure. And obviously, we're going to get a center back. I'll probably sign a left back as well. And then keeper, maybe we'll think about that. But I would probably like 2 midfielders. I like maybe a Barella as well. I just kind of we need a center mid. We need a center mid. We really do. Or unless they find a really crazy 6. But we need a center mid. He got unlucky from a Henderson. Yeah, obviously Garnacho. I don't know the day maybe Garnacho scores 2 goals like man. But we'll see, man. It's tough. He had a decent. It's not the worst Garnacho performance I saw, but I've seen far worse. For example, he was far worse against Liverpool. So much worse against Liverpool. For a starting Garnacho performance, from when I see him as a starter, he's much better at it. The Bruno, I really haven't talked about Bruno. I'm gonna talk about him now. Bruno Fernandes today. I've always said I have a love-hate relationship with Bruno. Right now, the trend is it's trending negative-wise. It's turning into the hate area again. He's been diabolical to start the season. Like I'm not even joking. He's been diabolical. He was terrible against Fulham. He should have left with like 7 GA, but he messed that up. He was terrible against Brighton. He was terrible against Liverpool. He was one of the worst players on the pitch against Southampton. And today, absolutely terrible today. I don't understand what he was doing on that pitch today. And it even got worse when you took off Zirkzee and Ahmad. Because then he had all the creative players around him that kind of eased the burden, and the burden all went on him, and he went back to prototype, and he struggled. Absolutely struggled. He lost the ball 34 times. I don't really care about that stat, but it was bad. It really was bad. And I've always said, I've tweeted this out. He followed me on Twitter. Make sure you do at Michael Griggs 26 or Michael Griggs _26. I don't know what the hell it is. But actually no, it's at Michael _Griggs 26. I was about to say, shit. Yeah. Bruno's expiry date at United it's here. It's really here. The expiry date is really here. United need to move on from Bruno, and I don't want a like-for-like replacement for Bruno. I just want a normal midfielder. Just center mid. That's all I want. Just another center mid that can play next to Manu. That's all I want. I don't understand. I don't know if we get a bid for him, but first of all, he's the captain, so he's never going to get a job, which pisses me off in the first place. Because right now, he deserves to get a job. He really does. No. No 10. No 10. No 10. You see how Liverpool play. Zoma's like not really a 10. He's kind of like an advanced 8. Yes, 2. I want 2 8s and a 6 probably, ideally. Just dynamic 6. Someone that can just pick up the ball, has physical attributes and stuff like that. That's all I want. And that's it. It's very simple. Yeah, just 3 center mids, man. That's all I want. I just want 3 center mids. Yeah, and they all know how to play in different phases. They can pick up. They're comfortable picking up the ball. They're comfortable in duels. I just want 3 guys that will win their duels, get the ball, get up the pitch, and help make the game easier for their attackers. That's all I want. And Bruno Fernandes right now does not make the game easier for my attackers at the time. Because today, he was crossing for no reason. He was crossing back post. Garnacho wasn't there. And we don't have and Zirkzee not a poacher. So where does the crossing go? Generally, where is it going? I really don't understand the game today. And it, like I said, it even got worse when you put more of the creative burden on him. Exactly, bro. So, Inter are a top 3 team in the world with Hakan Çalhanoğlu as their 6. He was a number 10 2 years ago at Milan. It's that simple, man. It's really that simple. Number 10 hype. There's a reason why the position is dying in football. Yes, there are some of them that are genius and stuff like that, but you don't need a 10. I really, really don't need a 10. I know it's unpopular to give ETH credit, but to see how Dalot has evolved as a football. Yeah, you have to give Ten Hag credit for that. He has helped develop, adapt, and stuff like that. That's great. You can be a bench player. Shit. I don't like Bruno, man. The game today was absolutely diabolical. So diabolical, man. So bad, bro. I don't understand how this is the same player that was dropping man of the match performances against Manchester City in the final. I don't understand this. I really don't. He's had a bad game every single game of the season so far. That's absolutely ridiculous thing about it. This is my captain, and he has 0 goals, and I think he has 1 assist to the cross against Southampton for Delict. That's it. That's it. In 5 games, he has 1 GA. That's meant to be the one thing he's actually good at. So, no, not good at ball carrying. The passing is inconsistent. Can't dribble. Can't cross half the time. Can't run. Because I'm not gonna lie, his legs look shot as well. Oh, like, bro. The only 10 I'm accepting is number 42 for Bayern. Yeah, I agree with that. Or just put Ahmad in the 10 and go get a right winger. Man, that's why part of me wanted Olise, because the thought of Ahmad Olise interchange made me dream, man. But unfortunately, we don't have that. So yeah, man, Bruno. Yeah, man. Bruno makes me feel like how I feel about you guys right now, because you're not liking the video. JJ, how many likes we have, bro? If I don't see at least 50, I'm gonna get tight. I'm gonna crash out. I'm about to put staff in here to yell at you guys for not liking the video. I'm not even joking. Yeah, we're capped. Get me tight, man. I'm about to crash out, man. Daniel Hype. I got injured again, man. No cross in my club either, man. The 3-2-5 tactics. Ten Hag plays needs 2 10s and 1 wide player ideally, and that's what we played today with Eriksen pushing forward in the 10 with Bruno. Yeah, I see that. Let's call. I know what you're trying to say, Lord Rodney Trotter. Send him to Bolivia. Oh, what do I care? I generally don't care what happens to Anthony, bro. I really don't. Anthony Lindelof, bro. You could tell me they had already left, and I would have believed you, man. I know what you're trying to say, and I agree with you on the premise that, like, on another day, United win the game and stuff like that. That's calm. It is progress. It is progress. The issue is the in-game management, and it's been a consistent negative pattern for Erik ten Hag, and we're constantly seeing it. And it's unfortunately, in-game management is a very crucial part about being a manager, and Ten Hag is really severely lacking at that right now. And in a league where the smallest decision will make the game switch on a tie, he needs to get better at that. The same way in the first season, bro. Everything. I think I said this in my post-match reaction as well. Ten Hag in his first season had the Midas touch. Everything turned into gold. Now everything he touches in a game turns into dust. It always gets ruined. So we need to find ways to fix that. Yeah, but Bolivia. Juve Napoli was a stinker. Yeah, I heard the game had 2 shots on target. Dream Chaser said the club's looking at Zvern Nippon. I heard about that. The guy from that we played from the first game of the season. I know we're also looking at the guy that we played last week against Southampton that cooked us. And also some kid at Sunderland, Chris Rigg, that's 17. He's meant to be one of the best players in the country at his age. I know United were looking at him as well. So, yeah, we'll see. It's progress that we didn't lose this game like we bottled against Brighton. That is true. That is true. That is good. But we should have won it. We should have won that game as well, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. I generally think the one game that United really deserved to lose this season was the Liverpool game. And that's because they made their own mistakes that were so crucial. But against Fulham, we were the better team. Against Brighton, I thought we were the better team. Against Southampton, we were obviously the better team. And today, we were obviously the better team. So we have started this year better than last year, even though maybe the results don't, the points, I don't know if the points show it. Actually, I'm 100% certain they don't. But it's still not good enough because even though it looks better than last season, guess what? The level of the league has improved. Because Chelsea are not as bad as they were last year. Villa are only getting better. Brighton looks solid as well. And like Nottingham Forest looked really good. So the league's only getting tougher. So yes, we're playing better than last year, but at the end of the day, it's not changing into the results. Because if I compare last season, so if I go by the fixtures we had this year and compare it to the points we got in the same fixture last season, all right. So Fulham we improved on because we beat Fulham at home after losing to them at home last season. Brighton we actually beat away, but now we lost to them away. So now you go back to 0. Liverpool, we drew at home last season, now we lost. So that's -1. Southampton we beat. I'm pretty sure we beat every relegation team on the road last year. So it's even. And our Palace, you get the point that you lost from Liverpool. You get it back because you got a point this year after losing to Palace last season. So you're literally stuck at 0 again. As well as the 0 that you have in your goal difference because the goal difference is 0. Yeah. So it's a little bit better, but those games that we dropped points in last year, we need to get it. We needed to get a certain amount of points back in those fixtures this season. And as of right now, we have not. It's that simple. Couldn't you manager get a better performance than the team? Maybe, but it was a big improvement despite it. I get what you're saying. Feels a bit like Spurs seeing them have possession in good areas, not taking chances, and then momentum swings. Yeah, I think us and Spurs are a pretty similar team in my opinion. I do think we're more solid defensively, but I do think they're a little bit better going forward. Tell Michael Carrick to dust off his boots. Michael Carrick needs to go focus on potentially getting a West Ham job because West Ham are absolutely horrible. Last season was literally the worst season in our history. Let's not use it. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, in order to improve from last season, you need to get points in games that you didn't last season. And as of right now, we haven't improved on that aspect. Griggs, but why were Palace so ass today, bro? They look very passive. Well, first of all, Coach Michael Olise, losing Michael Olise has had a bigger detriment than I thought it would on Crystal Palace. As he doesn't look up for it. I'm not gonna lie. He looks like he doesn't want to be there half the time. And I don't like what Glasser's doing with the midfield personally. I think he's trying to shoehorn Kamada in there. It's not working. So, yeah. Our top 4 hopes will be decided in the next 2 games. I agree. If United don't get 4 points in the next 2 games, I think you could definitely write off Champions League spots from the Premier League. We would then have to win Europa, which is obviously still a very high possibility. But yeah, Olise was a system. Olise is a sensational player, and he's only proving that now at Bayern. He's definitely top 5 right wingers in football. That is absolutely certain, and he's getting closer and closer to the top 3 mark. In my opinion, obviously, I think Lamine Yamal is a creme de la creme of the right wing spot. I always say I think Lamine Yamal is the best right winger in world football. I don't care about Mohamed Salah. I don't care about Bukayo Saka. They're not better than Lamine Yamal right now. He is a different level of special. Warren got hooked, but we won't speak on that. Warren was dog shit today. And I mean, there's part of the reason why I always rated Amor, but people that kept saying, I know a lot of Palace fans kept saying that he's better than Kobe Manu. I said, slow your roll. Slow your roll. Manu's different level than Warren, because Warren was in optimal conditions last year and he looked good. Now he's not in optimal conditions and he don't look good. And I agree. I kind of jumped the gun with him. I am that desperate for a midfielder United, but he'll be fine. He's too talented for that. Did you catch the Chelsea game? I actually did. Did I watch the Chelsea game? No, I actually didn't watch the Chelsea game. No, I saw the highlights of that, but I was not waking up at 7:30 for Chelsea. I don't care. I saw the goals. Nicholas Jackson is special. I told you guys last year. I bought the stock and I said this guy's a good striker. He'll only get better as well, and he's proven he's only getting better. Saka, LOL, nowhere near Yamal. Lamine Yamal is the best. Honestly, Lamine Yamal is top 3 teenagers I've ever seen. I don't think I've seen an attacker as special as him at 17. At least in my lifetime, obviously, if you're a lot older than me, then you maybe seen some people. But in my lifetime, I've not seen a player at 17 be as good as Lamine Yamal. He is ridiculous. Palace drop-off is understandable. Yeah, bro. And at the end of the day, apparently, like I said, the Premier League only got tougher, and they lost their best player. Their second best player kind of wanted to leave. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I said Lopetegui's better than Ten Hag. I was capping. He might be the worst coach in the Premier League. Now, I actually hate Lopetegui. He has such a talented team, and he's messing it up. I don't like that guy. Once Jackson starts finishing those chances consistently, he could be in some crazy combos. I don't think Jackson will ever be a world-class finisher. You either have that or you don't. But just the chaos in the overall game that he brings is absolutely ridiculous. I'm not even gonna. Honestly, I'm not even going Donald Cohen. I'm not even joking. Star Wars. Yeah, Star Wars Sport. Yeah. So other than that, we made Palace look shit while it was looking good, but we didn't capitalize on it. And let's say United play the same way against Spurs next week, right? And we win. Then I'm gonna look back at today a little bit more fondly. While also still being pissed because it's 2-point shot. I'm gonna be like, okay, there's consistency now to the level of play. But if today was a one-off and we're back to shit next week, I'm gonna be like, it was just a one-off, man. And it made me more pissed that we didn't take advantage of that one-off. So I just want to see consistent performances from Man United. And I said, if United play like this for majority of the season, we're gonna win a lot of games. Now, I'm not gonna say we're gonna make top 4 or anything because honestly, right now the level of this league is very, very high. But I'll be confident in a lot of games, and it also makes me even more confident for Europa League. Because if United play like this today, and the goals actually start going in, I'm sorry, I don't really think there's a team in Europa League that can touch us outside of maybe Athletic Bilbao, because I hate Spanish opposition, and I will forever fear Spanish opposition. But other than that, yeah, man. Yeah, I saw it. I heard it was absolutely terrible. We absolutely, by the way, because I saw people talk about that game today on my Twitter. I saw the Sevilla United game. We absolutely battered them that game, which it was kind of similar to today. We couldn't finish our freaking dinner, man. Do you think Nunez will get better? His goal today was great, but could be kept attacks. I think Darwin Nunez is. I mean, he can get a little bit better in terms of like the IQ and stuff like that, but he's always just gonna be what he is now. In my opinion, he's gonna be a nuisance. The finish today was absolutely incredible, and he has great ball striking. It's just how you utilize it. Like if Nico Jackson had Darwin Nunez ball striking, on my life he might be the best striker in the world. Anthony holding bench every game. How much can we recoup next summer? If we get 20 back from him, it will be a lifelong dream of mine. He scored 14 last season. If he scores 17, 18 in the season, he might be top. Yeah, it's a possibility. If we go away in Europe playing like this, we might be. Yeah, Porto's a good test because you're going to be playing a nasty mid-block against Porto against Coenchao. I promise you're going to be seeing nasty mid-block. Let's see how we break that down. Let's see if I see real coaching in that game. Yeah, pretty much. Trent reached 100 GA for pool. Anthony got tickets. Trent's a different monster, man. That's going to be a nasty game, by the way. I'm hoping I'm at work at that game because I don't want to see that game. That's going to be a nasty game, bro. Porto away, brother. Can we beat Spurs playing at this level? I reckon it's possible if we put our chances away. But need Kase back. Oh, We don't need Casemiro back in anything. But I think we could beat Spurs playing at this level. Absolutely. Porto hype, 14. Bro, they just took Arsenal to penalty shootouts last year, and Arsenal 100 million times better than us. That's not, bro. Yeah, acting like Porto's some mid team, bro. I promise you they're not. Alan Varela might have a nasty plan for us. You know, let me go look how Porto's team is looking like right now. They got that Omarian guy up front, the guy that was meant to go with Chelsea. Galeno might cook us, for all I know. Not that new one, I don't know. So, man, who the fuck is that? My last team is kind of actually mid. No. Yo, we can't lose to the team. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we can't lose to the team. Yeah, I gotta understand sarcasm. I'm not gonna lie, man. Yeah, I gotta understand my sarcasm. I'm a very sarcastic person. No, he could have, and I wouldn't have known. Honestly, but no, apparently he didn't. We missed Casemiro pass. And the same passing that cost us 2 goals against bro. I beg y'all give it up, man. Well, less than 1 month away, man. Yeah, we will be there. We will be there. Maybe I can have a nice life, and the next thing United are good at the same time. Maybe, just maybe, I can be lucky enough. Harry Rinks, listen, Harry Rinks' is biggest fans. We have to give that up. Don't make me time you out. Don't make me time you out. We don't miss Casemiro's passing. Yeah, literally, Ericsson's 100 times the passer. Heat fan can't wait to send y'all home and give it up. I reckon United are better in attack than Arsenal. We look better in attack because we have a coach that actually wants to let us express in the attack. Even though, first of all, Bukayo Saka is better than all of our attackers. But actually, I had a debate with this about Staffy before the season started. I actually did say United had a better attack than Arsenal. And you know what? I might actually stick with that. Now we do. Arteta's a criminal, man. Make sure, it's not basketball talk, man. Leave the basketball talk. We'll be doing a preview for that in October. I'll get one of my boys. Wait, are you Ten Hag out or in? Honestly, I'm Ten Hag out. Yeah, I'm Ten Hag out. Yeah. I don't. At the end of the day, the way I'm going to judge him is, do I think that Ten Hag can lead us back, not even the promised land, but at least back into contention? I don't. And from that perspective, he needs to go. Arsenal's attack is a lot more balanced. Yeah, I guess you could say that. But I don't know. If we do a combined front three, right, of the attack, it's Rashford, Zirkzee, Saka. Okay. Defense is not quite even. Arsenal have a far better defense than us. That is not even a question. They try to speak nasty on my boy. They tried to speak low on my boy's name. He had 2 bad games to start the season for Spurs. The first game against Leicester when he had just joined the team, and then his second game was against literally Arsenal, who don't concede a goal, and all of a sudden it's Solanke shit. Well, guess what? Today, 4-1, bro. We'll go right away. Against the Brentford, who are actually really solid in my opinion. So, judging my brother, you will never, ever hear me say that Havertz is better than Joshua Zirkzee. I promise you, Joshua Zirkzee is better than Kai Havertz. I don't care. As a footballing fan, I cannot say that Kai Havertz is better than Joshua Zirkzee. Those words cannot come out of my mouth. I will feel disgusted. So I can't say that. Y'all can say that, but I can't say that. They'll like better. It's gonna be a tough matchup. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm Solanke, I'm targeting Licha personally. Damn, Lenny York, that would have been a good test for him, you know. I'm lucky, man. Nah, Thomas Frank's a good coach. By the way, speaking of Brentford, I asked this question. Brentford might be the best kickoff team I've ever seen in my life. Because every single time I see them play, they score a goal in the first minute. It's actually incredible. It's actually incredible. Where does Mount fit into this team, Griggs? Ideally, Mount would be like a third midfielder. But I think we could do better. Yeah. Even Rashford over Troy. Yo, get your shot out my. The guy doesn't know how to start a game and have a good performance. Get the guy out of my face, man, please. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. That Leach tackle. If a Crystal Palace player swung at him, I wouldn't have even gotten mad. That was an absolutely outrageous tackle. We should be there for Mbomo, by the way. I like Mbomo. I'm not gonna lie. Another player that I think would really cook was Zirkzee. Yeah. To be fair, Pep really saying Thomas Frank praises. And the more I think about it, I saw a couple guys that I really respect when it comes to analyzing football. They mentioned Thomas Frank, kind of a similar manager to Inzaghi from Inter. They kind of have similar ideology and stuff like that. Obviously, Inzaghi has better players at his disposal, so he gets all the hype and stuff like that. But when you really think about it, the fact that Thomas Frank has been able to keep Brentford up for this many years, I think it's 3 years now, 4 years, it's pretty impressive. So I'm not saying he should be a United next coach or something like that, but I do think he deserves his chance at the big time. And I'll be interested to see what club that's at. And I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't be surprised if any else consider him like legit after if Ten Hag gets sacked during the season. I do think United will consider Thomas Frank. It will be interesting. You see what? Yeah, I agree with that. Bomo's a really good player, man. He's a UCL level player. And I always say this about players that I want to come to United. I always rank them from the perspective of can they play on a Champions League night? And I look at it in Bomo. Like, I might you play on Champions League night. I'm not talking about like, oh yeah, any player can play Champions League because you see like the likes of Bratislava and that kind of stuff. I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about like, can you play against a big club away, right? And like, can you look like you deserve to be on it? I think Mboma is definitely one of those players, man. I can see that too. The hipster coach, they always do love that, to be fair. Licha rattling me, I can't lie. Butcher hype, just play football, man. Yeah, he does have a little bit of the crazy gene in him. I'm not gonna lie. That's what I do say. By the way, I think the new regime don't want Licha as the first choice center back long term. And I do think if a new coach comes in, right, let's say in the next 12 months, I don't think Licha will be the starter. I do think Euro and one of the or if we do sign Brentford, which I think is likely, would be it. I really do. I actually do think it's gonna be Licha's last year starting as a center back at United. We need a midfielder with Eriksen passing, but Ugarte defensive cover. Do we just keep starting? I wouldn't keep starting Eriksen because I do think there's a ceiling there. Like I wouldn't start Eriksen next week against Spurs. They move around a lot too much. I think he'll get lost in the sauce in that game. Like that's the game you need Ugarte. Villa's the game you need Ugarte, but we'll see. I think going to superstar too, man. You know, they did get popped by Fulham today, to be fair. But Roji for. By the way, obviously, I asked this question on Twitter. It got pretty popular. I think it had like over like 2K likes and stuff like that. Let's say City do get hit with the relegation, right? Let's say they do that, and they have a fire sale. But let's keep it like realistic, right? Let's not say Haaland and stuff like that. Who would you guys take from Manchester City at United? Like, be legit, be for real. Don't tell me freaking Haaland and stuff like that because Haaland will not come to United. It wouldn't happen. He'd probably go Barcelona. Who are you guys welcoming to the theater? Because the first name I actually said, obviously, Rogi would be obvious, but it's not really a possibility. I think Rogi would go. I think Rogi would be Real Madrid bound. Like no joke. First name I said honestly was Oscar Bob. My first round pick is Oscar Bob. I think him and Ahmad duo sensational. Sensational. I like the Guardiola shot. I really do. Roger for I wish. Akanji. Doku's an interesting one. Savio I like as well. It doesn't matter in my opinion. Juventus going down. Well, the thing about Juventus is though, first of all, some of the guys that stayed were the kind of like Italian players, and they bled Juve. Like Alessandro Del Piero bleeds Juve. So I'd say a Foden would like stay, right? A Haaland, I promise you, with his agent, he's dipping, bro. Haaland's not playing relegation football, bro. The guy wants to play on a Champions League night. A top 3 player in the world cannot be playing in the championship. I'm sorry. It's just not possible. That's just not okay. So we can't be having that. Shout out Ahmed, the worst pro clubs player in the history of pro clubs. Welcome to Drawing to Palace Slide. Hey, no, we actually played better against them than you did, but yeah. Bro, yo, Bob and Ahmad do it, bro. We are there, man. West Ham ain't getting relegated. If West Ham get relegated, Muhammad Kudu's first number pick. Number 1 pick. That's all I care about, bro. I don't give a shit about the rest, man. Bro, you think that she cares if Oscar Bob joins United, bro? He'll care if Holland joins United. He'll care if Foden joins United. He won't care if Oscar Bob joins United. Don't jump down, bro. Y'all gotta give up the Jack Grealish, by the way. No, and I don't. What kind of nonsense is this? So you're no. So you're telling me if William Saliba wanted to join United and Arsenal for whatever reason were okay with it, you're telling me you wouldn't go sign William Saliba? Get out of here, bro. We won our 20th Premier League title taking a player from our rivals. Give me time, man. Bro, Kudus is the best player, but the worst player at FPL, bro. I don't get points for dribbles completed, bro. That's foul, man. That should be at least worth 5 points. Give me tight. Yo, JJ, did we hit 50 likes yet? Or Ahmed, did we hit 50 likes? Someone tell me if we hit 50 likes. Because these guys are fraudulent. Get me tight, man. About to crash out like Sheik if the City get relegated. Oh, yeah, man. Nah, Foden hype, bro. Foden. To be fair, I don't think I even like my... Bro, would you crash out with it, man? Give me tight, bro. See, this is why I stopped uploading, people. Because I don't get the respect right now. Actually, you know, this is a good question. I like this question, Simon. I like you, Simon. Martial to Ike, yo. So Martial is in Greece right now. So welcome to Martial. Martial is in my country. Apparently, also, Eric Lamela was allowed to slip into my country without me knowing. So I've been trying to get into contact with Greek authorities about Eric Lamela being in my country. They haven't gotten back to me yet. He also happens to wear the number 9, which is also terrible. And then I saw Martial hug Lamela. Does Anthony Martial know I wanted to crash out on Eric Lamela 3 years ago when he got a red card against Spurs because he slapped Lamela? Be tight, man. Someone took back to like, you know what? I don't appreciate that person, bro. You know what? It was probably Staffy. No, I'm joking. But yeah, man. Give it up, bro. But yeah, man. Obviously, in terms of the move, I'm not gonna lie. Ike Athens at like 27, I think that's how old Martial is. It's crazy. You're meant to be in your prime and you're in Greece. Not the career that we all thought would happen for him, but I hope he enjoys it. I hope he's successful there. Obviously, I hope he doesn't win the league there because I still am an Olympiacos fan, and my family's team is actually Ike, but I'm a hater, so I chose to be different. But the likelihood is that he chose Greece because of the vacation and the nice climate and stuff like that. So I don't know how serious he's going to take it, but the one thing I'll say about Greek fans is they're very passionate, and I hope Martial can get into their good hearts because the one thing they will do is defend you to their grave if you show up and you deserve that love from them because you saw the airport when he put up. And it was there was crazy scenes. I saw Evan Fournier because Evan Fournier signed for Olympiacos basketball team. Airport was crazy. So many fans. You've seen. I'm sure you guys saw the Olympiacos celebrations when we won the Conference League. So I hope he's good, man. I will always wish the best for Martial because he gave me good times in a terrible time period for United. So I always had a love for him, but just can't score against Olympiacos. That's about it. Martial FC now. To be fair, I do hate Martial FC. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think he wanted Saudi. I'm not gonna lie. Griggs, if you could bring back 2 old players from United's past teams, who would you bring for this team? I would bring Michael Carrick or Roy Keane. I'd do like a slash on them, either one. And then I would bring back now that we have Zirkzee, I would do Prime United CR7. I would go with that. Yeah. I'd go 1 Keane or Carrick, and then I would go 07 08 Ronaldo. Now that Zirkzee's here. I'd go with that. I'm not mad at Rooney either. One of the two. You could also do that. Yeah, you could also do that. Maybe. That's a tricky one. But yeah, something like that. Probably did, to be fair. That guy could jinx anything in the world, man. If Olympiacos scored a goal against United, what would your reaction be, and vice versa? I've always said in that type of game, I said I would always root for Olympiacos. They're my first love, and in a world where they play United, that means it's in a European competition, and I would always want Olympiacos to succeed more in Europe because it would mean more. And it just means good for my country as well, and just for my club. So yeah, I would always I'd go with that. Yeah, I hear that. Winning the 10. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, one of Ronaldo and one of Keane or Carrick. Wait, they did play each other. Yeah, 2013-14. Olympiacos won 2-0 in Greece, and then what's it called? Yeah, obviously the famous RVP hat trick got Old Trafford to make it to 3-2. Ryan Giggs also hooped his ass off that day. 25 goals. Pogba team's Kobe on the ball. That'd be absolutely cold, but yeah, I would have 2 players. 2 players is so hard because we do need a lot of we have a lot of stuff to fix. But yeah, I think Carrick or Keane in the midfield would be perfect for what United need. And then just the attackers, one of Ronaldo, Rooney, Van Persie, either one, any of those 3 would work. Yeah, Van Persie hat trick. Not short numbers, but yo, do we hit 50 likes yet? I'm not ending the stream until we hit 50 likes. Well, I'm being dead. I'm getting tight. Oh, last quick aside, how we think about killing Ariel? Obviously, results-wise, Madrid are still doing good. I think they are off the pace a little bit on what's it called in terms of results. They're a little bit off the pace from Barcelona. So results-wise, they're not bad. His stats look solid as well, but I don't like the fit. I said it from the summer. I said Mbappe. Madrid don't need Mbappe. They're just being greedy, and it's going to be a tough thing to fix, and it's going to be a tough one to see if it works. And so far, in my opinion, it's not really working. I think today they probably had their best, based on the stats at least. They had a really good first half performance, but Vinicius wasn't starting. It was Goulier on the right, Rodrigo on the left, and then Mbappe up top. But Mbappe's not a 9. It's the same way Rashford's not a 9. Those kind of players are not 9s, bro. So we'll see. Madrid look much better. Yeah, Jude and Valverde have been absolutely sensational. I think they'll eventually figure it out. Carlo Ancelotti's too good of a coach. Mbappe's too good of a player. And one thing I'll say though about Mbappe is, I do think the best player in the world crown needs to get taken off of him, in my opinion. I think what you're seeing Haaland do right now is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm not even joking. Right now, you deadass cannot tell me that Kylian Mbappe is a better player than Lamine Yamal. I'm being deadass. I'm being deadass, bro. I'm not even joking, bro. If you told me Lamine Yamal is the best player in the world right now, I would deadass agree with you. Because what we're seeing is not normal. He is the best player on the pitch every single time his team played. Even when Barcelona went down to 10 men, against Monaco in Champions League, he still found a way to score to make it 1-1. And they ended up losing. He's that good. Bro, we're talking about ridiculous. And that's why I don't like when people talk about compare like United young talents and stuff like that. Oh, Lamine Yamal's doing this. Brother, no one's ever done this shit like Yamal. I think he has a GA in every single game he's played this year. He's shown last year ain't a fluke. Bro, he's a freak. He deadass got baptized by Messi. I'm not, that picture's real, bro. He got baptized. He's that special. He is a Neymar level talent. He is a Neymar level talent. And that is not an easy thing to say, by the way, because Neymar is one of the. I've always said there's not 5 better players in my lifetime watching than Neymar. But Yamal is in that. He deserves to be in that bracket because what he's done so far in the first 12 months of his career, not many have done it, if any have done it. Rooney, yeah, you could say Rooney as well, yeah, fair. But the difference, like when he was like so physical and he looks so ready, Yamal still looks like a baby. He's a baby-faced assassin, bro. The dude cooks on the pitch, and then he's taking the hustle hard 304 picture with his pops. That's crazy, bro. It's ridiculous. Yeah, and he's already developed ball striking package, bro. We said this past summer, creatively he's already one of the greatest players ever. Yeah, one of the greatest like players in the world already at it. But the ball striking still not there. And now I'm just seeing him slap the ball in the net like it's nothing. Bro, this ain't normal. Chat, this is not normal. Bro, I said it. He has no peer. Y'all want to talk to me about Bukayo Saka? No disrespect to Saka, brother. He's not Lamine. It's ridiculous. He was a top 3 player in his nation winning a major tournament, and now he's the best player at a top 2 biggest club in the world, and he might just lead them to a league title. By the way, if Barcelona win the league title this year, there is a good chance that you see Lamine Yamal on the Ballon d'Or podium next year. He might be on a Ballon d'Or podium at 18. Have we ever seen a player on a Ballon d'Or podium at 18? At least in the modern day era. I really don't think so. I'm going to be real. I don't really care what League Gunner says, but I've heard this argument from a bunch of people. They say he's another Fati. Ansu Fati was not doing it like Lamine. He really wasn't, bro. And Bobby was not better than Lamine Yamal at 17, 18. I'm going to be real. He was not better than this. And Mbappe was not better at 17, 18 than Lamine Yamal. I know we saw the Champions League goals, stuff like that. But Lamine Yamal, I'm not even joking. He can play at this level for the rest of his career. And he's a top 5 player in the world already. Without improving, he's already a top 5 player. And you're crazy to think that he's not going to improve. You're crazy to think that. So I really do. I don't like Barcelona. I've always said I despise that institution. But he's so good that I want them to succeed because he's that good. You know how crazy that is? I want to see my ops succeed because of how good this guy is. And I want the best for him because, in my opinion, I've always said for football, because obviously Messi and Ronaldo era is done, right? Who's going to be that guy that's next to step up? And for the past couple of years, we said Mbappe, Haaland, right? Haaland is not really everyone's cup of tea. He's a fantastic goal scorer, but let's be real. As football purists, it feels a little weird having that guy be the best player in the world, right? Like, after for Messi and Ronaldo. Mbappe, after that World Cup final, we was ready to crown him. In my opinion. Like, we was ready to crown him. Now it looks like maybe he's a little bit stagnated, but I still think Mbappe is a top 3 player in the world and stuff like that. But, bro, it's Lamine Yamal. Bro, the footballing world needs Lamine Yamal to be as good as he can be. I really do think so, bro. And I'm really happy for him. And even though I hate Barcelona, bro, bro, he's that special. Bro, I'm not saying Mbappe wasn't special. Mbappe is one of the best teenagers ever. But I generally don't think his game is as complete as Lamine Yamal's is right now. I think Mbappe had the X factor. at Monaco, the pace, everything. But you cannot tell me when you watch Mbappe, from an overall footballing at standpoint, when he was 17, and say that he's better than Lamine Yamal is right now. Because I'm not talking about just a goal scorer. Lamine Yamal is, bro, he's developed how to slow the game down as a winger at 17. That's one of the hardest traits to learn in football, and he's mastered it at 17. Do you know how crazy that is? Bro, I know I overreact, but like, yo, let's be real. I can say about Matoma stuff like that. And Matoma at one point played like a top 3 in the Prem, but anyway. Yo, Lamine Yamal is crazy. Bro. We're talking about different levels here. Like, I'm not the only one saying this. He's crazy, bro. Special player as well. Yo, honestly, I didn't have time to do a Champions League. That asked for Monday through Friday, so it's impossible to do a Champions League night. But I am thinking on Mondays mornings to do a show called Across the Globe. So we're not going to talk about just Premier League. We're going to go Serie A. We're going to go Ligue 1. We're going to go La Liga. We're going to go Bundesliga. And we're going to talk about the games of the week over there. And we're going to talk about the standout players. But I want to talk about the young standout players. I want to see who's up next. So I want to talk about the Lamines. I want to talk about the Yildises. I want to talk about the Fagiolis. I want to see what Matteo Schulli did at Roma. That kind of stuff. I want to talk about that. Monaco, who have a stacked squad, by the way. Because they were really impressive against Barcelona. Even though Barcelona went down 10 men, it's still not always easy to win against 10 men. So, yeah. I want to talk about Canush at Frankfurt. Frankfurt won 2-0. So, there's a lot of teams I want to talk about. So, I'm thinking about doing that video Monday morning. Let me know what you guys think in the comments as well if you guys want to see something like that. Because I love talking about United, but I think it's a disservice, not just to me, but to you guys, to just talk about Manchester United. I think I like to think I grew a platform that I have people in here that are not just United fans, but also watch a lot of other football, as we're like the conversation we're having right now. So yeah, I want to kind of grow the range out a little bit and start talking about more. Let me come on, baller, bro, baller. So many players to talk about. Hot take: Mbappe versus Argentina 2018 was better than Mbappe versus Argentina 2022. I don't think so, and I'll say from this perspective. First of all, the occasion, a World Cup final is a lot different than World Cup round of 16. And second of all, Mbappe dragged his team. First of all, Argentina were the better team than France in the 2022 World Cup final, as opposed to France being the favorites against Argentina in 2018. He dragged his team out from a 2-0 deficit in a World Cup final on the biggest stage in the world. And he scored a hat trick. Just the balls for that performance makes it one of the best football performances ever. I don't care if it wasn't complete enough. It's just the level, the pressure, the stage. It's just memorable. Yeah, it's true, man. It's true, man. But shout out to Lamine Yamal, bro. Special player. But yeah, we're gonna say this. Obviously, I love Marcus Rashford as much as the next person, but nah, bro. But yeah. Yo, JJ, you told me hit 50 likes, right? Let me go see what. I don't think you know what? I don't think I even like my own video, so maybe I shouldn't be calling you guys frauds. There you go. 52 likes, like my own video, man. I disagree. Besides Messi, France had a better team. Nah. I don't think that France team was that good last year. I'm not gonna lie, but decent one, right? Mbappe is just learning how to play striker now. Well, I don't think Yamal can play wherever he wants. Like, I don't think he can play a striker, but I think he's a better winger. And yeah, man. I honestly, bro, he's that good, bro. He's that good. He has the killer instinct in him as well, bro. He's just ridiculous, bro. Just a special player. And we'll see what happens. And we'll see what happens. Obviously, hopefully Barcelona don't run him to the ground the way they did with Pedri, because I thought Pedri could be one of those, but Yeah. If United were to get one, Rodrigo or Arda Güler, I would go personally with Arda Güler. I would. Actually, Rodrigo's better on the left. So we have a similar player in Arda Ahmad, right? I go Arda Güler. I think he has a higher ceiling. He could be. Arda Güler's ceiling is scary, bro. He could be really, really good. So, yeah, we'll see. But if any, to be fair, this week, this about a couple weeks ago, I said, yo, Arda Güler, if you want to move, all I'm gonna say is, I saw what Odegaard had. I saw the transformation Odegaard had on Arsenal because the Real Madrid redirect, bro. Bring me Arda Güler, man. I think it. But I wouldn't be opposed to Rodrigo either. I think Rodrigo's a good player. But he's also a lot. I think Rodrigo's better centrally though than a winger, but that's just me. But I want Arda Güler. The potential is crazier. So, but yeah, we did an hour 25, guys. Solid stream. We kept it up over 150 people the whole time. One last question, Masia, the best. Yeah, it is. It is. First of all, they produced the GOAT, so that already give them crazy amount of points in the system. Iniesta and Xavi, two of the three best center mids of all time. Sergio Busquets is the greatest DM of all time. Even have people like PK, Puyol. You now might have a Lamine Yamal. Yeah, bro. It's spooky. Ajax hype, man. I mean, Ajax have great players as well, but bro, they produce Messi, Iniesta, and Xavi, bro. How stupid that is. Fair enough, bro. You know what? Ajax gave me 10 hogs, so I'm gonna say Ajax hype. How about that? Yeah. How about that? I just want to say Ajax hype. Pedro, who's completed football. Cesc Fabregas is technically La Masia as well, bro. Yo, Carrington's better than Ajax, bro. Get out of here, bro. I had George Best. Nah, he's not from the academy, bro. Okay, we're talking about legends, and I'm talking about the greatest player. Okay, we're talking about legends. Okay, I want to talk about legends. I said the greatest player that ever played football, Lionel Messi. And then I gave you the best midfield three that's ever played football in Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets. You could say they produced the greatest coach of all time in Pep Guardiola. It's their levels, man. Yeah, to be fair, Corey did lay it down. That's fair. But at the end of the day, they have Messi. Ajax don't. Ajax's best player is Cruyff. Messi wipes the floor with him. Bobby Charlton. Nah, we have a Bobby Charlton, bro. All those players right here, none of them are better than Messi, Iniesta, Xavi, and Busquets. Not a single one of them. It's as simple as that, bro. It's as simple as that. I mean, LOL. You're going to tell me that any of those guys is better than Xavi, Iniesta. Okay, maybe not Busquets. I'll give you that. Cruyff is better, but none of those guys are better, bro. Cruyff is an attacker, obviously. It's hard to compare. It's not Pep. Seedorf is not better than Xavi and Iniesta, bro. Seedorf's a great midfielder. He's not better than Xavi and Iniesta. Bro, we're talking about, bro. Have we seen the level that Xavi and Iniesta? Do we see what Xavi and Iniesta did to football? Seedorf is up there. Don't get it twisted. Absolutely. But, bro, Xavi and Iniesta are the pinnacle of midfielder. They're the pinnacle of midfielder. Xavi and Iniesta, bro. Oh. I mean, to be fair, Scholes is better than Xavi, though. No joke. We could have had like another Ballon d'Or winner, man. bro. Xavi's the best tempo dictator of all time, and Iniesta is the best dribbling midfielder. Nah. Cedro's better than Yaya. Cedro's better than Yaya. Sorry. Nah. Who's your favorite Cold Blood? My favorite Barca player of all time is Neymar. I already said it, bro. It's Neymar. Okay. That's good for him. That don't make him better than Xavi and Iniesta. Eto won Champions League with two different clubs. Does that mean that he's better than Messi and Henry or something like that? Nah, bro. Yeah, I was lost with that. Bro, but La Masia is the creme de la creme. I'm sure they have other players as well. Yeah, Cedro's the all-time midfielder. Cedro's top 10 midfielders of all time, but I'm talking about the two GOAT midfielders. Yeah, it's good for him, bro. What do you want to do with that? The matter of fact is, Messi and Xavi and Iniesta are better. It's that simple. They dominate. They literally dominated world football as a duo in a 6-year span. They pretty much won every single available trophy. It's just ridiculous. On the international level, Xavi's absolutely 100% better than Toni Kroos. Well, no, they didn't dominate because of Messi. Because when it came to the international stage, they were the two best players on the Spanish team. Okay. They also didn't win it for 10 years. Yeah, because Spain managed to recreate a Messi regen and Lamine Yamal. Rodri is a Busquets regen of some sorts. And everyone else is shit. France are in the worst era right now because Deschamps is a terrible coach. Portugal don't have a good coach. Germany, actually probably the toughest test right now. What's in Europe? England are bottle jobs. Bro, anything Kroos can do, Xavi can do better. That's just a fact. It's as simple as that. Xavi had 35 assists in the season. That's ridiculous. All right, we gotta be serious, bro. We gotta be serious. Luka's a different discussion. I go back and forth. But I don't know about Isco. If Isco never got injured, uncomfortable conversations. Isco. Isco is one of them players, bro. When I see a comp of Isco, I gotta pull one out, bro. That's a real OG, bro. Malaga Isco, that's Timothy, man. That's Timothy, bro. That's a special player. Marco Senna was cool too, but he wasn't better than Xavi and Iniesta, bro. It's as simple as that. Now you know what? No, we're going on transfer market. We're looking at Barca academy players. La Masia best product. You know what? This is 2014. We're not doing that. That's way too old. Yeah, they have Gavi top 15. That's kind of whack. Them 3C. All right, yo. Chat. It's been a good stream. We're wrapping this shit up. This clip. Yeah, it's over. I hope y'all enjoyed. Because I'm not having a discussion with someone that just said Guti's better than Xavi. It's good, bro. Stream's over. We're chilling, bro. We're chilling. Yeah, we're chilling, bro. It's over, bro. It's over. Never saw a Ballon d'Or from Henry. Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, it's enough, bro. We'll see the nostalgia streams for another stream, bro. Let's calm. But nah, that was a nice conversation. We'll have I actually want to have more conversation like this. We're gonna bring more people on for that because obviously I am still younger, so we do need to have some old. Honestly, this is the type of stream that I need to have Oski on for, Daffy. We'll have discussions like that. We'll have old timer discussions because there's another discussion I want to push forward is like a Neymar versus Dino type shit, right? So we're gonna do that one day. We gotta find the time. Maybe next international break when the football's there and all that kind of stuff. So we'll be back for that. Don't worry, guys. But yeah, hopefully we got some extra likes from that. But now I love you guys. The night little hour 35, last 30 minutes is a vibe discussion. And let me know in the comments of the video. Let me know on Twitter as well. Pop up in the DMs or just at me. What you guys think about the idea for Mondays? Or because obviously one of my favorite podcasts, Barra Brothers. I'm sure you guys can subscribe to them. They kind of did a shit called Around the World, and I don't want to steal the name. So across the globe, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna talk about all the games. Maybe not even just like in the top 5 leagues. Like this weekend, for example, was Fenerbahce versus Galatasaray. Galatasaray won. Maybe in Greece we have a big game, Olympiacos Panathinaikos. In Argentina this week was today was the Super Clasico between River Plate Boca Juniors. Them kind of games. So I want to talk about that. So yeah, man. Let me know what you think about that. Let me know in the comments in the YouTube video. Make sure you guys drop a comment there. Let me know on Twitter, all that kind of stuff, and just be on the lookout. Love you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Before you go, how do you think you would do on STS Mastermind? Shout out Lias, by the way. He won back to back. Holding it down for us Yanks, right? How do I think I would do? Honestly, I don't know how I would do because I don't know how I would perform under that kind of pressure in front of obviously it's not in front of live people, but you know how many people are watching that, right? So it would be difficult. I don't know how I would do, but I would like to think I like to think I'm a really good quiz answer type of guy and stuff like that. I don't think I would beat Lias. I'm not gonna lie. The guy's an encyclopedia. I'm gonna be real. I know he's only a couple of years older than me, but the guy knows way too much football. I'm gonna be real. I know for a fact I wouldn't beat him. Coach Cans would have probably rattled me. I'm not gonna lie. Coach Cans would have probably rattled me. He's very good. He's a very good villain. But the other guys that were on there, yeah, bro, it's really you're just not gonna panic because the questions I knew all the answers to, right? For that final round that they played, I think the only one I didn't really know was maybe what's it called? What club Jamie Vardy got signed from? Who did Leicester sign Jamie Vardy from? I would have never guessed Fleetwood Town. That ass. I'm not knowing that. But other questions, the first question, right? That was the easy one. Who coached Everton before Sean Dyche? They both knew the answer. They both got it wrong because of the pressure. So it's not really just about ball knowledge. It's also about the pressure and all that kind of time because Lias' first opponent was Luke Pingle, right? The guy that has all the quizzes. The guy knows his football. But the pressure just got to him. So it is what it is. But yeah, Lias is a crazy, crazy, crazy guy, bro. He's ridiculous encyclopedia. And that's why he's part of that's why I always say he's one of my inspirations on YouTube. The guy is a genius, bro. So, and I don't know if you guys watch his streams on Twitch and stuff like that, but it's kind of an idea, kind of a model that I'm trying to copy as well. I just want to stream and just talk football. I don't really want to kind of just pinpoint it to specific topic. Just chat, whatever topic comes up, thumbs up, maybe react to YouTube video and stuff like that. So something I'm thinking about doing. So let me know if you guys doing that. Yeah, honestly, I'll probably still get skinned again. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. So shout out them guys, man. I do agree with this. I do think this is the best ball knowledge on YouTube. Yeah. Y'all still arguing about Clarence Seedorf in the chat. Give it up, man. It's Seedorf. No, I'm joking. Not gonna lie. I might agree with this. Yo, all-time midfielder tier list. We're doing that. Shout me in 2 weeks, bro. When's the next international break? In 2 weeks, right? October 10th? We're there. I'll bring on the guys for that. All right. Kind of already exited. I'm not going to do the whole outro again. Let me know in the comments about future ideas and stuff like that. And let me know about the Monday idea. And yeah, I'll probably catch you guys. Bro, I'm not hating on Seedorf. I just say he's not as good as Xavi and Iniesta, man. Oh, jeez, man. Well, I had enough of the clarity. I've had enough of the clarity for it, man. I'm about to have Meal on Twitter on my case, bro. I'm about to have Badir on my case, man. All right. Peace, guys. Jeez, man. Love y'all.